Good morning everybody, welcome to Thankcraft. It's Friday. We've got a very exciting show for you today. It's also the weekend of love, so we're in good moods.
We are.
There might be some Valentine's Day cards passed around the office, we don't know. But let me introduce to you I was going to say little friend, but she's quite tall. It is Natalie Rusprat.
I know, the wrong one today. I'm the tall friend.
You're my tall
Sheila's
friend.
the small friend. Hi everyone, happy Friday. I'm very excited for this show, Kelly. I think it's a really cool concept, and I'm very excited to show you what we can do with it.
Yeah, I know, so am I, and it's very cute. You might, well,
super cute.
You might know what we're going to show you anyway, but yeah, it's very cute indeed. But we've just got a few announcements to share with you before we continue. And first of all, is our Throwback Thursday from yesterday, our little book. So here it is. It's only £3.99, it should be £9.99, and it's the little book of a family Christmas. So it's still available on the website, it's in the offers section. And what's good about this, I'll just very quickly flick through. I probably won't find them, will I? It's got little sentiment sheets as well, which makes this, well, it's really good to have these included, and for £3.99 you can't complain, can you?
You cannot, it's great, that one.
Also, our adorable Scoreable pattern packs are still available with the better price of saving an extra £5. And there is 6, but I've just picked my favourites here so you can see. So let us know if you have got them or if you're looking at buying these. And you can also get the adorable Scoreable patterns pack 2 with that saving of £29.99.
What a good idea that is.
I really like. Which are your favourite adorable Scoreable packs?
Ever?
Well, out of the new ones.
The new ones, I'd have to say ink blends, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
For like stamping cards and die cutting cards, it's going to be fantastic because you don't have to take up the time making all those crazy backgrounds. And then I really like that distress, like the French wood. That's proper cool. And I like the craft one as well because it's quite cute.
Do you think you could make any Valentine's Day cards out of these?
Oh, 100%.
Like, are you free this afternoon? Can I
speak
sign
to Dan
you
about
up?
that one.
Can I sign you up to make me a last-minute Valentine's Day card?
I need to throw one together. We're terrible, aren't we?
We are. We work here. We've got all the supplies, and we're last minute as usual.
All the time. All the time.
I know. Well, it's actually my anniversary on Valentine's Day.
Aww.
And 16 years, I think, or possibly 15. I can't remember.
That's crazy.
I know. So it's terrible that I'm a bit.
I know, you really do need to make a card. I will help you now because I feel bad for Dave.
Hopefully you know what
you know what we can do? We can make him a special Xbox Warzone Valentine's Day card. That's what we'll do.
Gosh. Yes. Okay.
I love you more than the Xbox. There we go.
Talking of cards, we've got just a few of your makes to show. So let's have a look at these. So first of all, we've got this beautiful card, which I think is an old club gift.
It is, isn't it?
Meadow Hairs.
It's very cute.
From Verona Davies. That's lovely. And oh, this is nice. From Sue Smith.
So elegant, isn't it?
Yeah.
That image, really, really pretty.
Perfect for the 60th as well. Another one by Sue Lawrence, and that's from our Bohemian Bliss collection, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
That's lovely.
Oh, look at this one, another Deco Ladies.
Oh, lovely, from Karen Taylor. And then...
Oh, I've been waiting to see cards made with this.
Yes, I know, because we get to see what you guys make, and in the office we can be like, oh, that's a Natalie card, or oh, that's a Sheila card. So we know your styles, but it's interesting to see what other people
It's so
do
fun
with
to see
it.
what other people do with our collections. I absolutely love this bit when you can just look through and see the cards that people have made. But this one's so cool. I love this one. Oh, look how pretty that is.
That's so pretty.
That's such a good way of using your die cuts to create borders and things like that. I love that card. Oh, a little Z fold. Do you know, I recently learned how to make these.
I
absolutely love them.
I think a Z fold would be a bit too complicated for me.
It's easier. It's easier than you think, but it did take me a while to get my head around it.
Oh, and that's lovely. Rustic Balloons, I think.
I think
possibly.
so. Yeah, I love that collection. You get everything included. It's such a great thing when everything that you need is all in one kit. I like that.
So yeah, thank you for sharing your makes with us, and please continue to do so. You can do that via Facebook or over on the blog. You can submit these to us, but we love to see them. So shall we have a look at our Win It Weekly question? So this week it is, which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Is it A, Switzerland, B, Germany, or C, United Kingdom? So please share and like and comment your answers and let us know what you think. I've no idea.
I think it's a trick question.
Emily's good at that.
I think it's probably not what you think it is. But then a lot of people have commented and said that they think it's what I think the obvious answer is. So I'm really not sure, but yeah, I feel like us here in Britain, we eat a lot of chocolate. So it probably is Britain, but then I'm not sure now because everyone's answers are saying the obvious. We'll have to see.
I mean, if we were doing it off household, I would definitely win.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. There's no rules in my household. It's chocolate for breakfast, chocolate for dinner.
We've eaten a lot of chocolate.
And even Natalie, she's brought me in a little chocolate surprise today, so we might have to rush through the show because I've got chocolate waiting.
I know.
So yes, please let us know the answers to that. And so let's get on with our lovely Snippables collection. So let's head over to the pack shot. Oh, sorry, I'm just rushing ahead. I'm too excited. Let's show the VT. So here it is, our lovely Snippables collection, and you can see here everything that you get in the ultimate bundle. And what's absolutely amazing about this is you can create decoupaged die cuts for just a fraction of the price.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. So you get the one die, but we have given you a handy how-to guide to layer up your designs and just make beautiful 3D layered in-depth toppers, haven't we?
Yeah, it's crazy because if you think about it, decoupage dies, there's so many different layers that you get in there. So you're getting a lot of metal, and each time you add another layer in, that's another piece. So it's going to cost you a massive amount just in metal alone. So that's why decoupage dies are normally so expensive. We didn't want to do that here because we wanted to make it affordable for everyone to be able to make decoupage with dies. So what we did is we came up with this concept to just give you one die and then the guide so that you can cut out the different layers yourself. You can make the layers as in the guide. You can go as mental as you want to. You can create these decoupage dies with as many layers as you possibly can think of. It's completely up to you, which I think is great. But for only £56.93, you're going to get the whole collection here, including the cutting pad, which gives you the images that you can just die cut and get straight into it. It's really fantastic.
But we've actually got a little sneaky piece of information today.
Do we?
And maybe, do you remember?
You can give this information.
I'll give this
good
information. So today you can shop this collection with double discount. So if you're a member, you can go online, sign in, and you can get this Snippables collection. So if you're a club, it would be £51.24. Or if you're a platinum member, you can get all this for £45.54.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing, isn't it?
That's incredible value.
I know, it's the perfect time to get these.
It is the perfect time to get these, definitely, and especially if you're a member.
Absolutely, and we all know you love double discount.
Yes.
It's one of the great things about being a Club Hunky Dory member. But if you're watching and you've not got an account, it's free to join. Just literally at the top of the website, there's a little sign in button. You can click it, and if you don't have your login, it will ask you to create an account. And it's
free.
as simple as that.
You just need your name,
Yep.
your address, I'm guessing, and your email address.
Yep.
And that is it.
And so the usual discount is 5% for our Club Hunky Dory members, but on special occasions like this, it is 10%.
So exciting.
Very exciting.
So exciting.
So I think before we go into a bit more depth on each of the dies included, let's go over to Nat and she can show you how to just build up these decoupage designs. You can get a close look of just what you can do.
Yes, so we're going to go right from the beginning, from start to finish, and how you do these dies. So first of all, you've got your cutting pad. Now these pads are really great, and I'll just show you through mine quickly. Your pad is here, you've got all your images through. So if we're picking this design, I'm just going to pull out this page, and then we're going to cut all of these images out. So to save a little bit of time, we've got some of our images already cut, and then we're just going to do one. They're super simple to use, as all of our Moonstone dies are when they come with pads. Stacey's designed them that you just line up the edge of your die with this image. So let's put this on top of our die, and you can see there that it just fits absolutely beautifully in that gap. Perfectly fits on top, so then we can just stick that down. And then at the same time, I'm going to stick my sentiment down. So let's just get some more tape.
I just need to confirm as well, because we've had a few questions. It's not double discount on everything, it's just double discount on our Snippables collection. Which is pretty good.
Incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Does Dan know about this?
Well, I don't know.
Well, we've done it anyway.
We've done it anyway. I mean, we're sharing the love for Valentine's Day.
We are. So, once I've got my die cuts ready to go, I'm just going to pop them in my plates. So I'm using the Gemini MIDI to do this. And then I just need to turn this around because it's got the little cranky bit on the wrong side for me. So we're going to run that through our machine. Now you can use these on your smaller machines like your MIDIs or your Sizzix machines because they are just one tiny die. You can also use them, I'm pretty sure, on your tiny machines because of the size of them. So let me just measure this die. So width-wise, the die fits just in 3 inches. So that's probably going to fit in your mini die cutting machines if you've got those smaller ones that you can just fit on your desks, which I think is great because you don't need a big machine to be able to do this. So then let's pop out these bits. I'm just going to remove my die cut from here and leave that to one side. So now we have our 6 images die cut like so, as you would once you've cut all of the pages from one of your sheets. Then once you open up your guide, you can see here that you've got instructions on how to do it. So it's got base layer, layer 1, layer 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through to 6. Now the red markings are your cut lines, and then where you see the lighter blue, that's where what you're going to discard. The darker blue is what you need for each of those layers. So we can follow our guide now, and let me just bring these up here so we can get our guide in shot. We're going to follow our guide to layer this up. So first of all, base layer, that's just your layer on its own, so let's leave that just there. And then the second layer, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the sides just under here. And the best thing about this die cut, it's not hard to follow, it's really easy, and Stacey's designed these kind of like your topper sets, like the pips on your toppers that you just need to cut off. So once you've cut one off, it sort of falls away and it's really easy to follow. So the flowers from that side, and then again the flowers from around this section here. So I'm just going in with my scissors, but you can use your knife if you want to as well.
So for a beginner at die cutting like me, would you recommend these?
I definitely would. They are really, really simple to use. You can create lots of things. You can use these just as toppers as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, because they do make really, really beautiful toppers also. But I think it's just fantastic for anyone who's into crafting. It's really easy to use. I'm just going to use my knife now just to pop out that heart and this image here. So we can just pop this out and that'll just fall through. So we've got our layer 1 ready to go. Then next, layer 3. So you're doing exactly the same, but we're just removing more of the flowers. So we're going all the way to the bottom and then snipping around that section back up to the house and then taking off that side panel at the back.
We've got a few comments already saying how pretty these look.
They are very pretty, aren't they? The
Yeah.
design is very, very cute, but it's not sort of like kiddie cute. It's a bit more rustic in areas,
Yeah,
which I really, really like. You can use them for lots of different occasions too, like weddings or new home or anniversaries, probably new baby possibly. So there's loads of things, lots of different occasions that you can use these for. And it's so simple. As you can see, me making these, cutting these out here, the guide is really, really easy to follow. So let's just pop those bits out.
Yeah, I think because I've seen all the amazing cards that the team have made and how layered up and just beautiful they look. It's great to see how, how it starts, how you make
Yeah.
it. And that it doesn't look too overly complicated.
No, it's
at all.
really not. It really isn't. It's definitely something that I think beginners are going to be able to sort of get their heads around. It's not going to be something that you're sat at home thinking, how do I do this? It's one die and it's quite a big die as well. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be something that you're going to lose, because when you get your decoupage dies, there's millions of different layers. There's some really tiny ones, and tiny dies are terrible for getting lost. I am someone who loses dies quite often, so I understand that having tiny dies can be a pain sometimes, but you don't have this with that. So that's layer 3. Then we're going to do layer 4, which is just the green part of the house.
Could you add extra layers if you wanted to?
Yep, you can do that because you've got as many. If you get 3 different designs, 3 of the same design in the pad.
Yeah.
So you've got the ability to make this 3 times 6, Emily, 24?
18?
All right. No, 18. There we go. Can't count. So you can make 18 layers just in this same design here. So you can get really creative as you want with how big these are. Obviously, if you're going to make them super big, then you might want to get some of our box envelopes, so then you can send these and you know that it's going to be nice and safe. So there is layer 5. Layer 6 is actually just these flowers.
We need to remember, don't we, that they can't put us both on a show if we need to talk maths.
No. They need to think about that, don't they?
Yes.
Emily was like, no, 18.
She's laughing at us both, isn't she?
I'm as well. Not the numbers people here.
We aren't. It's terrible. And then,
Yes.
it's better to be creative than mathematically great. Although if you've got both, I mean, that's fantastic as well. So then the last layer is just this small flower. Now, I'm just taking this off, but I just wanted to show you that you've only removed that flower. So I've still got all this to use. You can use these flowers for decorations. You could use this as a base layer, because remember, you're going to layer on top of here, and it's only this bit missing. So you can do that with all your layers. I would definitely keep your cutouts to one side, because you're going to be able to use them. And now we're going to stick this all together. So I'm just going to use some foam pads to do that. You can use glue gel, absolutely anything, but I wanted to really be able to show you from start to finish how to build up your dies and how simple they are to use, because they are absolutely fantastic. And I know that anyone who buys these, or anyone who did buy them when they were on Create and Craft, is going to love making cards, making home decor projects with this collection.
I guess with these as well being just like the one main die for the decoupage. You don't start a project with all different dies and then realise halfway through one's missing.
No, no,
So
you
it's
don't
all
have that
there for
either.
you.
Everything is here. It's so, I'm hoping that you can see how easy it is to do, because I really do think it is a fantastic idea to make these dies more affordable for you crafters at home, because crafting, it is expensive. So we wanted to do the best of being able to save you money here, and I definitely think we have done that job.
And Stacey, our designer, she's just far too clever, isn't she?
She is amazing. She's created these in a really easy way, making all the sort of like easy snip marks, so you just pop off the bits that you don't want to use. She's done a fantastic job with these. I'm sure that you'll agree when you get them home that it is such a fantastic collection. So I'm going to pop the rest of my elements on. So I'm using my smaller foam pads to do that now. But you can see on this one image that I am building up, all these different layers really coming to life now, and how spectacular this looks. So I'm going to take now this thicker strip.
And so don't forget, if you're a Club Hunky Dory member, the Ultimate Collection is available for £51.24.
So then that is another layer. Then we've got a few more bits to add on. So let's get another strip here. And just pop that around. I love these strips and how flexible they are. You don't have to do loads of cutting. You can just sort of manipulate them around the shape of your paper cuts. So they're really great for a project like this.
I can't believe how quick you've built that up.
I know. We should have timed me.
Oh,
Well, we
we
shouldn't
should
have,
have.
because I was going quite slow, just to make sure that I was going at a great speed for you guys at home that are watching, so you could really sort of get the most out of this. Let's just pop them off.
I do need to think of a challenge, though, that our Daniel Newhouse will lose at, because
We do need to think about that.
rumour has it he's been on these shows and he's been saying some false things about me breaking the website.
Oh yeah, he's done that quite a few times now,
He's
actually,
said
Kelly.
it a few times, so I've clocked that, and I'm going to get him back.
We should. We need to think of something that he is not going to be able to do. So there you go. If I show you, I'll show you up here, and then I'll show you on that side camera as well. So you've got all your layers. You can see that how much that really stands up. If we show you on the front camera as well. Oh, it's a little bit light. Look at how many layers you've got on that. And you're going to be able to turn these into really beautiful cards as well. So I'm going to quickly just put this together for you. I've got a 5x7. We've got some gold mirror that we're going to add to the top, because not only do I want to show you how you can make it up, but in these pads, included in these pads, we have A5 background sheets that have been designed to go with each of our little pieces. So for this one, I've got this lovely sort of green sort of wood effect here. So I'm going to just trim this down so it fits in nicely. So I'm going to cut that down to 4 3/4, sorry.
Everyone's loving
5,
this so
6
far.
3/4. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised at all. It is such a lovely collection. And then I thought that I would bring in some adorable Scoreable, because our Falling Leaves collection, no, it's not called Falling Leaves, is it? What is it called, this one?
Cute. Oh,
Spring,
Falling flowers.
Falling Flowers, that's the one. Too many names now. But this cardstock here matches perfectly with the flowers included in this. So we're just going to add a little bit of a border strip with that. So I'm just going to cut this to 1 1/4, and then I've got a gold mirror strip that is 1 1/2. So that's going to give us a nice little edge. So let's stick this on. and I'm going to make sure that I've got a large space here around that edge, because this side is going to just sit over here. So we can stick that down now. I'm going to stick it so it's in line with the wood grain. Just there. I'll just turn this piece over and trim it. Ooh. Like so. Then I'm going to stick my decoupage up. Let's put it up. Put it here. Add some more foam pads to the back. Let's put that.
I think I might have to add some little birds to that and steal it. Like
Okay.
And like little lovebirds.
That's a cute idea actually.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's stick that on here so you're getting a bit of that border underneath that matches. Then we have our sentiment, which is happy home. Now I cut this from the sheet. A little top tip here is you get your sentiment in 2 different colours that you can cut from. If you just use your scissors to cut around that, it makes a really lovely border for your sentiment to go on. So you can get, for those people who like to have borders around their sentiment, you can use one colour to cut the sentiment out and then use your scissors to cut around the next one, and you create lovely little borders. So let's stick that onto our border, making sure it's straight, Natalie. And then the home. We can switch this sentiment up as well, Kelly.
Yes.
I won't stick it down properly and then you can steal it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So happy home. And then I'll just take off that from there, and we're going to stick this in this top corner. So that is how simple it is to make cards with this collection. So you saw me make up the decollage and then use in the background from the pad a little bit of adorable Scoreable. We've got a finished card there.
It's just so
It's
beautiful.
amazing. It's such a fantastic collection. It's really versatile as well, because you don't need to make these as decoupage. You can use these as toppers, so you don't have to do the snipping if you don't want to. You can use them as toppers, and then you've got, say, 6 toppers from each sheet that you can use here, so you can be making loads of cards if you just like these images. I love them. Are we going to show them in a bit more detail, Kelly?
Yes, absolutely. So I've got here some already ready cut out ones that Natalie has prepared earlier. So here you can see the little, oh wrong way, plain, so it's all cut out here, and the sentiment, you're playing cool. I mean, it's so lovely. So you could make this for little boys, do you know, if you've got any pilot friends.
Yes, that would be cool.
So lovely, and I just love like the coloured texture from
I
the
like
paper
it.
pad.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a really nice feel to it.
And it's not too bright, it's quite subtle, it's lovely, and there is in the pack. Okay, so this is one of my favourite ones, is the little honey pot. So it's got like little buddy bees, it's got foliage, it's got flowers, and you can see you can use these to embellish like the corners of your cards. You can add the bees where you want, you can add extra bees, and then there it is fully made up. And of course the sentiment, you've got to have it with the honey pot, is "You're so sweet."
It's cute, that one, isn't it?
And as well, the separate dies, you know, if you're signed in, you can get these a little bit cheaper too. You can save the 10% on these. So here we've got a very adorable little girl. She's got a little polka dot dress on, she's got wellies, she's got flowers in her hair, and the sentiment "Thanks a bunch." So of course, thank you cards, but you know, you don't have to use that sentiment. You can use it for friendship cards, you can use it just for a happy birthday card. There we go. It's very lovely. Oh, see, I say it every time that, oh, this is my favourite one, this is my favourite one, and then I change my mind because I've just seen the camera one.
The camera's cute. The camera's very cute.
Oh, it's very cute. It's, I'd say quite vintagey as well, isn't it?
Yeah, really
Definitely.
vintagey.
And I think as well, it's quite on trend cameras at the minute, isn't it?
I think so. And this style as well, this like rustic style, really suits the collection. But there's so much you're going to be able to do with this now.
I just love how it's all built up. I hope you can see just the amazing detail that you're getting from just the one die. There we go, die sets there. Which one is your favourite, Natalie?
I think either the birdhouse or the camera, I think.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
there's
look.
so much you can do with them. They are incredible.
Oh, there's little cute bunnies. So sweet. So again, you could use this for weddings, you could use it for anniversaries, you could just use it for birthdays. I mean, you can do so much with this. But if you was to get the Ultimate Collection, you can mix and match these, so you can use flowers from the other dies.
Yes, yeah, you can do that.
Absolutely, and you can use the little bee, anything. You can just make your own, completely own design. There we go as well, in the package. Oh, and here is the one Natalie just showed you, all broken down into the 6 steps. Just so pretty. So of course these are on a 2 for $14.98, but if you wanted to get them separately and you're signed in, you can get these for £8.99 if you're a club member, or $7.99 if you're a platinum member.
Bargain.
Very
Absolute
good.
bargain. I can't believe how
Amazing.
good the deals are today.
They're really good. Oh, and I'm being unorganised. I've moved the pad. There we go. The A4 pad here. So
This is essential, I think, for using with your dies. Not
Oh.
essential, because you could cut them out and colour them in if you're someone who likes to do a lot of colouring. However, you've definitely got to be adding another one of these into your baskets, because you're going to be using this a lot.
yeah, and as well, everything's already done for you in there, isn't it?
It
And
is.
you know, we've seen how pretty everything looks and the designs that have been chosen. So as well, there's some background patterns as well, so you can see you can use this with the honeycomb one, you can use this with the new home, or you can mix and match.
I love the background patterns. It just allows you, because it's all in the same sort of like colourways and tones of the kit,
Yeah.
so you're definitely going to be able to get some really lovely cards made. And if you need to make something that's quick but you want it to have quite a lot of wow factor, then using these backgrounds, creating the decoupage from the dies, it's amazing. And it doesn't take too long to cut all the layers out. I cut them out before the show, and I think it probably took me maybe like 5 minutes
Okay.
to cut all 6 out, so it was really quite fast actually.
And so is this what you were showing us before on the demo? These little...
Yeah, so they're your sentiments. So if you cut around them straight away with your scissors instead of cutting using the die to cut them out,
Yeah.
then you can create nice little borders for your sentiments to go on.
Oh, okay, I see. And you can see there's 2 different colour options as well for each of the topper designs. So here we've got this one in a nice pink, and then she's here again in a slightly minty colour dress. And there's some more beautiful background patterns. That one's perfect for using with the plain. Some more subtle florals. We've got polka dots. And these just nice textures. Here we've got like quite a wooden texture.
I like that one, the little mint green wood effect.
Yeah.
It's very pretty, isn't it?
Oh, and these adorable little bunnies. So you can get this pad for $11.99, but again, remember you can sign in and get your double discount with that today.
That's an important thing to say actually. You have to sign in, don't you, to get your double discount?
Yeah, so if you go on the website now and you just click on the big banner at the top, it will take you to the Snippables collection and it will just show you these prices. So you have to sign in to get to see the discounted prices. Oh, just look at how cute he is. And there we go.
Definitely people need to be getting 2 of these though. I think a lot of people did that when we launched this on Create and Craft, because this is something you are going to be using. And I think definitely if this sells out, this is something we're going to have to get back in, because loads of people are going to want extra pads just to... Emily was not expecting that. Emily just cut to me as I'm prepping for the next demo. But you are going to use them for sure. So adding an extra one in is definitely worth it.
Yes, And if you're like me and just like to collect pads because they're too beautiful to use, you've got one to use and one to keep.
You do? You do.
So, are you ready for another demo? Have we been
Yes.
a little speedy?
Yes, no, I'm
You
ready.
ready?
I'm ready. I just
Lovely.
did some extra cutting so you didn't have to sit and watch me cut for hours. So we're going to do the aeroplane guy. We're going to make a little diorama, which is going to be quite fun. So I'm going to cut him out twice. So we need to, again, just take your die cut, get your pad, and we're going to lay it over the top. And it fits perfectly in there. And then we can just run that through our machine and we can do it again. So while we were showing you through all of the different bits and pieces you can get with this collection, I was just pre-cutting my layers using that guide. So I just need to cut out one more layer, and then I need to cut out a base. And then, like before we did in the first demonstration, I've just followed that guide to get all of our little pieces cut out that we need to create our decoupage. So let's layer this guy up one more time.
Let us
We've
know.
just got one more layer to cut out.
Let us know in the comments which your favourite one
Oh
is.
yeah, that'll
as
be
well.
nice to know.
Yeah, it's nice to know what.
Or what
which
other
people like
themes
most.
would you like? That's a good idea
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. Like what other decoupage themes do you think would be nice? Would you like to see snippable flowers? Would you like to see snippable animals? Let us know, because you know, we love to know what you want from crafting, and then we can design that stuff for you. So I've got my layers now. So we've got a base layer, and then I need to cut out layer 1, which is really quite simple actually, because we just need to take this plane off here, and you don't need to use all of these as well. I mean, I'm going to use all 6 here just because I want him to really stand out in my diorama, but you don't have to use them all you can just use 3 layers if you wanted to. You could use 2 layers. It's completely up to you. If you want to get even more crazy and do more than 6, you've got the freedom to do that as well, because it's your decoupage, you're creating it, so you can do as you wish. So let's layer this all up now.
Has our Sheila Halliwell worked on this collection?
She has. She really enjoyed it, creating the different bits and bobs with this.
Has she made any crazy?
I don't think we had time for crazy, because our team have been a little bit busy. We're preparing for this last week. We have been doing our magazine,
Yes,
so
of
we have
course.
been on quite tight deadlines to get that out the way, so we didn't have the time to be super crazy, but hopefully in this next demonstration I'm going to be able to show you just how fun you can really get with these decoupages, because you don't have to make them cards. We can make little scenes from this, which we're going to do. There's just so much room to get really creative.
We are getting so many ideas.
Oh,
And lots
what
of
have we got?
lots of favourites as well. Lots of comments for loving the honey pots and the birdhouse.
The honey pot is very nice.
The rabbits, and then Jeanette has said the camera because my friend is a photographer. Oh well, that would just be perfect, wouldn't it? And then some new ideas. So let's have a look. Snippables to make cards for men would be great.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
Cute animals are always a winner. Somebody said Snippables flowers.
That's nice. That would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Jackie has said I would love realistic flowers, please.
Realistic flowers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll pass this all on to Stace and see what she can come up with, because I'm sure after how well this has gone, she's going to be busy designing some more.
Oh no, I've seen the best one. I'm going to have to put it to Stace.
Is it cats?
No, it's hedgehogs.
Snippables hedgehogs.
Snippables hedgehogs. Too cute.
Okay, so I've kind of gone a bit off course here because it was easier to stick with these ones.
Oh, Stacey's watching.
Oh, is she?
She's put already writing down the list of ideas.
Good, there we go.
Oh, she'll be like, you're keeping me too busy. Could
I
you not
know.
mention that, please?
Well, we like
Sorry,
to keep her
Stacey.
busy. We like to make sure she's got lots to do. Otherwise she'll be running around Manchester causing havoc for everyone.
Well, I don't think she can at the minute because her little cat is a bit mischievous.
Yeah, he is. Is it she? No, it's a she, isn't it?
It's a she.
It's a she. Got that wrong.
So she keeps her pretty occupied, I think.
I think so too.
She's got an obsession with splashing water everywhere.
Oh, I've seen this. She sent me videos. It was very, very cute, actually.
Really cute.
It was super cute. So then my propeller can layer up nicely. I've got my little man with his hat and his goggles, which we're going to stick on top. Oops. And then just 2 of the little screen there that are going to go just on here. But it's just incredible the layers that you get on here, and the amount of sort of dimension it creates just from one die and cutting all those different pieces out. Now for your diorama, you want to get 2 pieces of adorable Scoreable, 2 pieces of acetate, and then I'm using some of the bits from inside the pad. So to start off with, you want to make 2 sort of sections like this. So you're just going to get your A4, I'm using Matastic here, but you can use adorable Scoreable if you want to. And I'm just going to double check my measurements. I don't want to cut it short. We're going to cut this to 9. So we're going to cut it to 9 and we're going to leave it at this sort of A4 length and height. Then I'm just going to get my scoreboard and I'm going to score my lines here. So we want to score at 1/2 and 1.5, and then we're going to turn this over and then do the same again. So score at 1/2 and then 1.5. And then while this is flat, I'm gonna use the other one actually. I'm just gonna flatten this out, and then I'm gonna line up my score here with the 1 mark. I think that's gonna be enough. And then what we can do is if I pull that out, if I lift up this barrier, I can pop that so it's at the 1 inch mark here, pop it down, and then we're going to score it to 7 3/4. Cut it, sorry, to 7 3/4. I think that's right. Yeah, because that's going to make the bottom a little bit smaller. Maybe it wasn't right. Maybe it was supposed to be 7. It's okay. We can save this.
I'd like to offer some advice, but you know.
I know, I'm
Can't.
always terrible with measurements, aren't I? I have cut that. I wanted the top to be bigger because I wanted space for my sentiment. So maybe I needed that to be... Do you know what? Let's just go for it. We're going to carry on. We're going to carry on going for it. And then the same, we're just going to line up the bottom to the 1 inch mark. And then I'm going to cut from the line here, which is at 1.5, to, I want it to be 6.5. So 6.5 by 2.5. Has that met up with that line? Yes, it has.
Shelley has said snowmen.
Snowmen, that's a good idea.
And then
Christmas snippables.
No idea where that idea came from. So I'm guessing, Shelley, you still have snow where you live.
Possibly.
We don't have any.
My snow has now turned to ice, so it's very, very dangerous. And very dangerous outside. But hopefully the sun's come out today, so that will be dissolved by the time I'm back in my car. So then again, you want it to be at 2.5, so then you can press that down all the way to 6.5, and then we will have our aperture. Might just need to take my knife just to meet that line there. Can we get it? There we go. And then that will just pop out on that side, and then you've got your aperture, which has a nice little frame in the middle. So then if I just pop this to one side, I'm just gonna score my score lines so they're nice and folded. I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna take my other piece and we're going to score our score lines because this is going to fit backwards as well. So then these are going to join up on top of each other to create our image here. We're going to take from the paper pad this nice little nighttime scene with the clouds and the stars, and we're just going to pop that in the center of our back panel, which is the one that doesn't have the aperture on. So that's going to go in here, and I'm making sure that my clouds and my stars are the right way around. Oops, I've not stuck that down straight. It's okay because you're not going to see the bottom bit, so we might be able to get away with the fact that we haven't stuck that straight. What I'll do is I'll just trim off from the back.
That background is really lovely.
It is, isn't
Clouds,
it?
yeah.
You definitely couldn't create this with like inks and stamps, so it's nice to have that on that backing. So there we go, we've got one piece there. Then I've got a piece of acetate which I'm going to cut. It's A4 in size. I'm just going to cut it to 7 inches because that is the space between these gaps here. So let's cut that to 7, and then using some red tape, which I've got to hand, we're going to stick red tape on
You just
one
using
side here.
the paper trimmer has reminded me,
Oh, yes.
guys, about the Win It Weekly question. Don't forget your answers.
You've not got long now to submit them, surely.
No, I don't think so.
So we
Emily,
need to get
how
them
long
in.
have we got?
I'd say 10 minutes.
Got another 10 minutes, and then we'll pick.
So then I'm going to put my acetate on top of these pieces here, and then making sure that it lines up with those edges, so then it's nice and straight, and the back piece won't bow because the acetate is sort of like keeping it still. So that's going to go on there. We're going to stick our little guy in the center here. So I'm just going to put my aperture on top to see where he needs to go, because I don't want to stick him too high up and then he's not in the right place. So about here I think is good, maybe a bit more that way. I think that is probably just about right. So then we're going to stick him with foam pads again, just to give you some more dimension. I'm going to stick him with foam pads onto that acetate. I'll just trim that off, and then I can use that piece on the edge. I've got another piece I can use over here. So then that's going to fit on our acetate, and he's going to look like he's flying in the sky. So again, I'm just going to pop this back on just because I don't want to stick him in the wrong place. So get that ready, and then he's going to go just here. Now there's quite a lot of space towards the bottom, but that is okay, because what we're going to do now is we're going to stick our town, and I've stupidly stuck it to my other piece of acetate. So I've got here another little frame that I've created, and he does actually fit quite nicely in there. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
But my decoupage is not sort of stuck where I'm going to stick that on. So this is going to stick to the front of my aperture, so the inside piece. So this was 7 inches again, and then I've scored it at a 1/2 inch to create that front panel. So this can fit inside our piece here. I'll make sure that that is nice and straight, and then we can just stick our side panels down to that.
This is a very clever idea. I love it.
It is clever. I thought so. That's what I was going for anyway. And then I was actually going to stick this to the inside, but I don't know if I've allowed myself space to do that. We might have to cut it down. Let's see.
We've got a lot of answers saying A, Switzerland.
For the competition question?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the answer is, won't we?
So where's chocolate made?
I think it's made all over the world, but I think it comes from Switzerland, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure myself.
Cocoa beans don't come from Switzerland.
Well, no, they come from like the rainforest, don't they?
You can't
Geography,
compare for maths or geography.
Geography with Nat and Kelly. So I'm just going to wedge.
Said their own chocolate, though.
I'm going to stick that in between this little frame that we've created here, because we do have a little bit of space. What I should have done is actually stuck that first, but that's not a problem. Let's get rid of this pesky little bit, and then we can stick this together, and we can add a sentiment if we wish to do so. I think I might leave it for now, just because I definitely want to show another demonstration with some more products that we're going to show you once I've finished this. So I've got tape everywhere now. It's like a little tape party over here. It's all sticking to me.
Have you made quite a mess?
I've made a very big mess, which is definitely not like me to make a mess.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
Do you know, Emily's told me that after every show that you're on, she has to spend a good hour cleaning up after you.
I put my stuff in the bin, thank you very much. So then that is going to fit really nicely onto those panels that we've created. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim this off here because we've got a little bit of white showing. There we go. And you can add your sentiment here, and you can choose where you want to put that. That could be maybe in the back somewhere if you moved your man further down. You could put it across the top, across the bottom. You could even decorate this with more of your papers that you have included. But we've just got a little diorama there, and you can see all the dimension inside. If I show you that way, you can see that you've got that on all different angles. But I thought it might be nice to make that and then maybe put some lights in.
Oh,
Put some lights in. You could have it on
Certainly.
like a child's bedside table, as like a blah blah blah, as light, a night light. There we go. Got there in the end.
Oh, I love it. It's really nice. So, if you thought that was it for the Snippables collection, we've got some more. But I just want to show you first just some makes that we've done with these as well. So here, how sweet is that? A little Home Sweet Home plaque. Oh, I just love that. So you could just hang that up. We've got the camera here of like quite a denim sort of background there. Lovely. And then I really like this one.
Oh, with a little shaker.
Yeah.
Very, very cute, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm doing a thing again where I want to see and nobody else can see. Oh, that's lovely. She's got the house background there, and then the girl just layered up there. Lovely. And then what's good is you can see, you know, we've got here the two different colour choices of the little girl here and just how different like the cards look. I think this one seems to be, judging from everyone's comments,
The favourite.
quite a favourite.
I think so as well.
The honey pot. Just lovely. And then another way to use that super cute little plane here. So you can see there's so much you can do with
There's
these.
so many different examples that I love as well.
Yeah.
Of how you can really create some lovely things with this.
Absolutely. And then, so that's not it. We've also got stamps.
We do.
Which, of course, we've got to have stamps. So if you want to do something completely different, you don't want to use the pad, then cut out and then stamp. And let's just zoom in so you can have a look at these. There's 6 different stamps in total. You can get these in a bundle, £30, but if you sign in with your club membership, you can get these for £27, I think. And so yes, we've got one that's designed to go with every single die set. We've got the Home Sweet Home, little birdhouse, we've got the camera, the bunnies, the little girl, the honey pot, the planes. And what's good about the stamps is you've got alternate sentiments. So there's different options here. You don't have to use the sentiments that come with the dies.
You know. I really like that you've got the different options there.
Yeah, it just gives you more options when you're creating it, doesn't it?
Been asked if the dies fit the stamps.
They do.
Oh, very
They
good.
do. So the stamps are sized perfectly to fit your dies. I'm going to show you just how amazing that is and how you can stamp onto there as well.
And so you can get the stamps separately as well for £8, or of course any 3 for 2, our usual multi-buy on these stamps. And so I just want to show you some cards with these because I think you can see a bit better how you can use these.
You don't have to use them with the dies if you don't want to, because the stamps are really nice just on their own. So you can create beautiful cards like this one by just stamping and cutting it out.
And then, oh, I think I've seen this is one of my favourites. I've seen this quite a few times now. Who made this one? Do you know?
It was me.
Oh, is it a Natalie card?
It's me. I wanted to make the little banners look like flying banners.
Yeah, they're really nice. And then we've got quite an unusual take on the camera here, but quite realistic as well. So it just shows, you know, if you don't want to do everything really cute, you can stamp and then put your own colours on it and make it look just completely realistic.
It looks amazing.
Quite a simple card here, but I think, you know, that's all that's needed with these.
Yeah,
there's
you
enough
can create
detail
some
on the
beautiful
stamps.
cards because they are so detailed. It is true.
The honey pot here, and I'm guessing that Rachel has used our craft markers, I think, here.
I think so, yeah.
And one of the backgrounds from the pads. Beautiful. And then again this lovely birdhouse. So yeah, so use these with the dies, use them on their own, just a perfect addition. I thought I had that upside down then. Yeah, a perfect addition, and I think Nat is just going to show us our last demonstration with these stamps, just so you can get another idea of exactly what you can do.
Do you have my bunny die from earlier on?
Yes.
I'm just going to take that. And then when you're die cutting and you're wanting to use your stamps as well, you have to die cut your image first. So we're going to pop this through our machine. I'll just run this through our Gemini. So always run it through first. There's two ways that you can get your stamp to stamp onto here. So I'm going to explain one, and then I'm just going to talk you through the easiest way I find to do this. So we have our image now. So one way that you can do this is you can see that that is still in the paper. When you take the die cut out, obviously, if you're going to put that onto your stamping press, there's no way you can put your magnets. But if you use some low tack tape, put it on the back here, and then stick your die cut back into where you've cut that from, like so. Then you can put this on your stamping press, put your magnets on, and you've got that in place, but there's nowhere that the ink is sort of gonna miss because your magnets are in the way. You're gonna be able to get that nice and even. The way that I found easiest to do it though is to put my stamp onto a press or a block. We've got an acrylic block here. Then ink up my block. So I'm using Memento here, but I am going to colour these in with my ink, so I would suggest using VersaFine. I just don't have one around, but I wanted to show you this. So then what you need to do is just holding your die cuts and making sure that they are going to hit the right spot. You can sort of lay this down.
Does it matter if you stamp first then die cut, or is it personal choice?
It is impossible to stamp first and die cut. I'm going to tell you that.
Okay.
It is really difficult. There is no way that you can easily stamp this image first and then die cut it. You have to, if you want to use the stamps with the die cuts, like I'm going to show you here, you have to die cut and then stamp. You cannot do it the other way around. It is virtually impossible. I tried for a good half an hour to make it work, but we couldn't. But now once we've lifted this off, you can see you've got your stamp there onto your image nice and perfectly. So I've got a few that I have already stamped and coloured in, and we've got a few layers here made up, and we're just going to put this together and then finish these cards off. So I would maybe colour in these sections one by one and then choose to layer it up. However, that's going to take a lot of time and you're going to waste quite a bit of ink. So another way that you can do it is like I've done here, is you can cut all your layers out, you can stick them all, you can stamp them all, cut them all out as you wish to, then you can colour them in like I'm going to now. So we've got our little images. Some people don't like to be able to see the white underneath, but I think because we're going to colour this in and then layer it up anyway, it's not too much of a problem. So I'm just going to stick that down, and then over here on my mat you can see that I've already laid out my colours of my ink pads. For the bunny themselves, I have used wild mushroom. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that wild mushroom to just add a bit more dimension to my bunnies.
I was just going to say, why have you stamped on your mat?
So I can use it as like a palette.
Yeah, I totally didn't know that's what you was going to do. Makes sense
so I can
now.
use it as like a little paint palette, and I can add different colours, more water, depending on where I'm going to stamp an ink onto. So then we've got flamingo pink, which is a really light colour, and I'm just going to use that in the bunny's ears.
Lots of love for these stamps. I
They
think
are beautiful.
everybody is just loving how incredibly detailed they are.
They are. It's absolutely amazing how detailed these are. So I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of slate grey, just to add a bit of dimension to his tail there. And then I'm also going to use the slate grey just in the middle section here, and that bit there of the umbrella. Then I'm going to use I've got two purples, so I've got Mauve Moments and I've got Lilac. Mauve Moments and Purple Velvet, sorry. You're doing it. And then I'm going to pick that colour up and just run it along my card. So I'm not really giving this much sort of attention. I am just giving it a really good sort of wash over. That kind of really nice watercolour effect that you can get with your images. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to bring in a bit of the darker purple, just for these bits where it would be, you'd get a little bit more dimension, like so.
I feel like you're in your happy place now, adding colour.
I am.
You are,
I
aren't
am.
you? You're
Love
calm,
doing this.
You're relaxed.
Love colouring. And these are so beautiful to colour. Like this one, I've decided to go with purples because this could be a wedding card, because obviously it has the little bunny there with her like veil on and party dress. So I was thinking that if someone was getting married that I knew that had like these colour themes of like purple, you'd really personalise it to that person. So I've gone super dark in those bits there where it would be darker, and then I'm going to just add a bit more at the very top, because the first lot of colour I put on dragged out quite a bit more than I was anticipating.
We've got a comment from Helen, and she said, I was going to just buy the, oh, it's moved. I was just going to buy the stamps, but now I want it all. I think I'll be on the naughty step.
Are the stamps included in the double discount?
Yes.
Oh, so you
Absolutely.
can get them as well?
Yes.
Oh, love it.
I think there's a lot of crafters, isn't there, that end up on the naughty step.
Yeah, a lot after this show for sure, because these deals are just incredible. So I'm just adding the purple to her dress so it matches in nicely with that, and then I'm going to add a bit more darker purple to her flowers just to give that some more dimension. And then we're going to add this to our card. So I'm just making a small card here. We've got a 5x5, and I'm just going to pop this on. I'm going to put a little sentiment, but we have some nice little stamps on here as well. So I'm going to go in with the mauve, and I've taken the love heart stamp, which is just a little outline stamp, and I'm just going to create a quick background with this. Quite loose. I'm not following any sort of pattern or doing 3 up here, 2 up there. Just going a bit where I think that they're going to look nice. So I've chosen the lighter colour, just so it gives it a bit more colour to your card. Let's put another one there, and I think I just want one more here.
Susie Smith, she said she is constantly on the naughty step.
I think everyone are. All the people that watch this have to be, because they buy so much stuff. It's incredible. And then our sentiment, we're going to go in with to some bunny special, and I'm going to keep in with my colour as my theme. I'm going to stamp this in slate grey, so just using our Prism ink pads here, which I believe are going to be back in stock very soon. So to some bunny special in this corner here, and then I can flip over my die cut and we'll stick this on with the foam pads that we've got ready to go. So this is just going to fit nicely in this corner, so they're sort of drifting off over that way. And then to give more dimension, I'm going to stick this to my card blank with some foam pads. So just going to pop them in the corners.
Beautiful. We have.
So quite simple, keeping it quite clean as well. But then you've got that lovely watercolour sort of effect with the ink colouring on it as well. So let's just pop this on our card blank. Ta-da! This would be a good card for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it would, wouldn't
Maybe
it?
you can steal this one.
I think what's going to happen after the show is I'm just going to get this full box of cute and colourful cards and take them all home.
And choose which one.
Well,
Or maybe you could give him one every hour.
There's not that much love there for one, for one every hour, just one for the day.
Well, I'll sign them and then Dave can have them alternatively. One from me, one from you.
Yes, okay, that sounds like a plan. Well, thank you very much for your final demo, Natalie. Loved it, and so pleased to see, reading all the comments, how much you seem to like these and the stamps, and just that you wanted it all, which is of course what we want because it's just so cute.
It is a beautiful collection.
So, Emily, have we got the winners ready for the Win It Weekly?
Ooh,
Okay.
my favourite time of a Friday.
Is it your favourite time?
Giving things away.
So let me just let you know that the answer is A, Switzerland.
Oh, so it was the obvious this time.
Yes, and so I've got a little fact here. When it comes to the League of Chocoholics, Switzerland is out in front with annual per capita consumption amounting to an impressive 8.8 kilograms.
Wow,
Wow,
that is a lot of chocolate.
I think I might have to move there.
I know. I think so too.
That's the place for me. I'm going after the show. So, okay, so the next thing, I was going to carry on and not let you know who the winners are.
Yeah, let's announce the winners who
Let's
actually won the
Announce
competition.
the winners of our large paper trimmer. Are we ready? So congratulations to Gaynor Thompson, Dorothy Halliwell, Chris Boyer, Diana Giles and Samantha Cook.
Whoop,
So
whoop.
apologies if I pronounce them wrong. But
How exciting. Those
large-
trimmers.
a large paper trimmer is on its way to you. Please message us your address and we'll get that sorted for you today.
How exciting. I
So-
love that paper trimmer.
What else do we do on the Thank Craft It's Friday show, Natalie?
We spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Okay. Ta-da!
It's here.
Just fits. This
Perfectly.
wheel makes me look tiny, doesn't
That's
it?
because you are tiny, Kelly.
Okay, so I've had my porridge. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, wow, that was a rubbish one.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
I'm sorry, do it again. There we go. Oh,
Oh.
£25 voucher, is that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
A £25 voucher, that's such a good spin.
I know, use that towards, the Snippables collection.
And then you'd only pay like £20. Because it's 45 if you're in the
If you was a
platinum member. Well, who knows?
I think it was 51, around 51 if you
You're
was a
still
club.
saving, you're still saving.
Yes. So, Emily, are you picking a winner? Do we need a little more time?
Need more, a minute.
We
A
need
minute more, a minute more.
Okay.
What else have we got to tell people?
We've got to tell people what our plans on Create and Craft are this weekend.
Yes, we do. This weekend on Create and Craft TV, lovely Sheila is going to be there tomorrow morning with bringing something back actually, but in a different way, which is really exciting.
Oh yes, I know what
Did
this
you
is.
love our acorn wood collection last year, was it?
I think so, yes.
Very beautiful. I remember it selling so well. We're bringing acorn wood back, but with this time we're going to focus on that little bunny. So Bunny's Special Day, an acorn wood collection, is going to be launching with Sheila at 9:45 tomorrow morning on Create & Craft TV. So make sure you're watching that, because we all know Sheila, her demonstrations are amazing. It's not one to be missed. You can get up, watch that with a brew, eating your
lovely.
breakfast. Very exciting. And then Pauline will be taking over, if there's anything left, at 4:30. So such a lovely little show that I'm excited. It's very cute. Another very cute collection.
I think that sounds like a perfect Saturday, a lazy
doesn't
Saturday
it?
morning, watching Sheila on the TV. So yeah, keep commenting, guys, and Emily will pick one very soon. But what's your plans this weekend, Natalie?
I don't know. I've got some crocheting to finish.
Yes, I've been doing some embroidery. I've got it's like succulent plants, and it's very pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Yeah, I've got some crocheting to do, but then I don't know. Maybe a walk.
A walk,
Maybe some online shopping. Yeah.
online
Not much.
shopping. You don't need any more clothes.
No, I don't need
Repair the
clothes.
ones that have holes in.
we were making fun of our lovely Natalie before the show because
Maybe I will do that this weekend though, because I do want to wear that jumpsuit. My amazing jumpsuit that I absolutely love. I got home after wearing it from work, and I sat on my sofa and it ripped. In quite an awkward place actually.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
It was hilarious because I was like, oh my god, Dan! Like, this was my Dan. I was like, look what's happened! And I showed him, and he just absolutely, it was hilarious. It was very, very funny. So yeah, maybe I will fix my whole holy clothes this weekend.
This was a few years ago now, but I was trying some jeans on in a high street store, and I know what
I don't know what that is anymore.
And so you do, don't you? When you put your jeans on, you've got to do the sit down test.
Yeah.
To make sure.
Yeah,
and
make sure they're
rip-
comfortable. They rip.
The rip, it was so loud, and I was like, oh gosh. So I took them off, put them back on the hanger, passed them to the girl, and just walked off. Really nervous, like, oh gosh, I should pay for some jeans that I've ripped. But I didn't. I know,
Oh my
I can't go
gosh.
back there again.
Well, I
now.
hope you've never bought jeans from that store again.
No, I think I'm too old for that store now. Okay, are we ready, Emily, with our winner?
Yeah, the winner today is Selena Tunnicliffe.
Selena
Ooh.
Tunnicliffe, you have won the £25 voucher.
How exciting.
Very exciting.
Love giving vouchers away.
Yes, so please message us with your details and we'll get that added onto your account. So I think that's it.
That's
from us.
everything from us.
We'll be back on Monday morning. I think it is Dan and Natalie for
Yes.
a little special show you definitely won't want to miss.
You definitely won't want to miss. It's very exciting indeed. So we will see you then.
See you then, bye.